Today I'm going to take a look at some of the tapes in my Depeche Mode collection. I store them in identical Italian plastic cases. The light tonight is a bit poor here, but I hope you can see that. They're all like this. I just like the look of them, and I think it's fitting. It's very retro to store these old tapes in these containers. So the first tape is Depeche Mode's debut album, Speak and Spell. Came out in 1981. This is the UK version, so it's a white printed tape. Not much to say about that. I got into Depeche Mode around about Black Celebration time, so Speak and Spell was obviously a bit of a surprise when I did hear it as to how popular it was. I suppose I shouldn't have been surprised because Erasure were popular at the time. I did go backwards based on the singles, 81, 85 album. I went backwards and had a listen to some of the older albums. I'm kind of pleased in a way that Vince Clarke left when he did, because I don't think Depeche Mode would be as big or had such a long and successful career if he actually stayed with them. Second tape is Speak and Spell. It's not a UK variant. This is from a country that no longer exists, Yugoslavia. It's now Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia Herzegovina, Montenegro, Serbia, and Macedonia. I have got that written down. I like this. Just saw it on eBay and just really like the style of the labels there. And the cool kind of numbered imprint on the cassette tape. So that's two Speak and Spell. By the way, if you're wondering, do I ever listen to these? Well, the answer is I haven't listened to them all, but I do have a tape player which I'm quite happy about. It's a quite a modern tape player. I'm not sponsored by these guys, but I do recommend We Are Rewind. The great thing about this is it's got a built-in rechargeable battery. Very nice style. Quite a bit bigger than an old Walkman and quite a big, sort of heavier. You kind of feel the quality. But yeah, really enjoy using that. Next tape, box standard. Well, I'll say box standard issue of A Broken Frame. And actually, I think there is an earlier version like with a white body and a red label, and that's actually, I'm not going out my way to look for variants, but I am interested in getting the original, what I think is the original tape of A Broken Frame. Saying that, I did see this and bought this. It's a kind of, it looks like it, because it's SIA, it looks like US, but it's actually made in Canada. I'm assuming it's released in Canada and probably in North America as well. And it's got a plain inlay, interesting case with the gradations, but no actual numbered window. So that's a nice American Canadian import. UK, because the case it was in was cracked. So that's the second album. Third album, Construction Time again. This is 1983, box standard cassette. There's loads of different variants. If there are variants that I happen to come across, I will keep them. For now, but I maybe will make a job lot of them. So now, in the sequence of like kind of the way that singles were released, this is the first single that I've got. But this actually wasn't released until sometime later. This was released in 1985 in France, and anybody who knows Depeche Mode will recognise this cover. There was a set of limited edition 12 inches, and I've actually also paper sleeve CD singles. Sold as kind of mini albums. This has got Everything Counts on it. 7-inch mix, the original 12-inch mix, and then a live side. So live tracks, A New Life, Boys Say Go, Nothing to Fear, and The Meaning of Love. And that's a reasonably rare one in the UK, so that's quite nice to have. Then we move on to the fourth album, Some Great Reward. This is kind of really perhaps one of the most popular albums of that time, because it's got Master and Servant on it, it's got Blasphemous Rumours on it, it's got the big hit People Are People on it as well. So that's the UK version. Alongside that, and also on chrome tape, which may have made a difference back in the day to the sound quality. They're all inferior to CD and vinyl, really, these tapes, but they're just so cute. They're really, really collectible. So I have got, let me see, another version, which I think is just a UK variant. I was looking out for the Greek version, but I see it in the case. Yeah, this is just a variant. This is where it gets a little bit sad, but you can see there's a big window and there's a small graded window. That's the difference between those two. I think the larger window one probably came out later. I have a feeling that the larger window's been come into vogue into a year or so later, if not years later. Continuing the trend, there's a Canada release on Sire of Some Great Reward, also 1984, and then this is the Greek version. I should know it's very distinctive. This is one of my most recent ones that I got off of eBay. They seem to have the LP cover on a white background, and they do look like bootlegs, but this is actually an official release. And there's the tape there with a very narrow numbered window. So that's the Greek one. If you're wondering why I'm looking over the side, I've got a little spreadsheet, because I've got so many Depeche Mode things that I have to look at a spreadsheet to keep track. Yeah, that came out in 1984 as well, and again quite rare in the UK, so I'm quite pleased to have that. And then back on the CD singles, we've got another French single for Shape of Disease, which came out in 1985 in France. Really distinctive cover. The tape itself looks, very basic even in those days, but it has got a printed insert on the inside, which is nice. Anyway, so after case number one, what I'm going to do actually is end the video there, and I'll do another separate short video for case number two. I've warned you, I've got 8 cases of tapes. I've got 58 Depeche Mode cassettes to show you, and I've got another 5 or so on order, so I'll probably do a separate video for that. So let's call this part 1. Hopefully I'll see you back again for part 2. Cheers.